Number 5.
Number 5. Would you like to go first?
I would, thank you. Manchester by the Sea.
That's my number 5!
Hey! Nice! We saw this movie together. This, for me, this was, for some reason, this was the movie that when I watched it, this was like my breath of fresh air movie. Like this is like we had just gotten done seeing a bunch of the big franchise movies, like all the ones we reviewed. And so, like, just sitting down, watching a movie about human beings that are all very sad, and it's just talking. It's just talking for 2 hours, and I loved it. It was so nice to just have a human connection in a movie.
Like, it's definitely not my favorite movie of the year, but I will be happy if it wins like a ton of I'll be happy if it wins like Oscars for its screenplay and performances. Yeah. Casey Affleck probably gonna get an Oscar.
Casey Affleck earned it. Casey Affleck was a guy who I barely knew about. I just knew he was Ben Affleck's baby brother. He has a small part in Good Will Hunting.
Honestly, a lot of the time he annoys me.
Okay.
But
I know he did that like prank thing with Joaquin Phoenix. Like he was like behind that. I was like, that's kind of obnoxious.
But he turns in some good performances, and this is a great performance.
This was like a career highlight. Like, he's so good in this movie. And I guess Matt Damon wanted to be in it, and then he couldn't.
Yeah,
for whatever reason. I think he was filming the Great Wall movie or something. He produced this movie.
Yeah, they wanted Matt Damon to be Casey Affleck's character, but they're like, he can't do it, so throw Casey Affleck in there.
Yeah, and Casey Affleck was the perfect choice.
Yeah, he would have been way better than Matt Damon in this movie.
I agree. Casey Affleck has this like feral cat look to him. like there's something about him where it's like you wouldn't want to pick him up because he might scratch you. There's something like slightly crazy about him, and it works perfectly for this character.
The whole movie, it's kind of like you just woke him up.
Yeah,
and it's like
he sounds like that.
He went to bed at 10 p.m. and you woke him up at 3:30 a.m. and he's like, why?
What? No.
No. He's not acting like Mark Wahlberg in that.
He's not Mark Wahlberg. But he does. It is his voice in the movie. Hey, what's going on? Okay, yeah, fuck. But he's great. It really works for this character. And he's very good at writing this line of like, there are certain scenes where he's very like charming, and then there's scenes where he's just horrible, and they do a great job of like it's the same guy. You know, it doesn't feel like two different characters. He does this great job of striking that balance. Kyle Chandler does a really good job.
Yeah.
I barely recognized him. For some reason, I had a hard time recognizing him. I didn't know this. So the kid in the movie, basically the plot is Casey Affleck's brother dies, and now he's trying to find somebody to take care of his brother's son, his nephew, because he doesn't want to do it. He doesn't feel fit to do it for reasons that the movie explains.
The movie will explain it. We will not tell you what the reasons are that he does not want to take care of his kid.
Basically, Casey Affleck's character had like the roughest year ever. But that kid is in Moonrise Kingdom. I didn't know that.
Oh.
So there's two kids in Moonrise Kingdom in this movie. Because Kara Hayward shows up in it, who is Susie in Moonrise Kingdom. And then one of like the main khaki scouts. He's the kid. Like he got super tall and skinny. That kid, he's really interesting in the movie. Because when you first meet him, you're like, oh, this is a charming kid. He's sort of on edge, but you like him a lot. And then the more you find out about him, the more you're like,
awful.
do I like him? But you still do, and that's what's weird about it. You find out he does some bad things, but you still like him.
The movie is about two guys that are not good people.
No.
But you like them anyway, and you want them to be okay.
They make a lot of mistakes, but you can tell that they're trying, and there's just something very likable about them. I love Bostonian movies for some reason. I love stuff that's set around that area, the East Coast. I don't know why, but I love like Good Will Hunting and The Departed. I love those accents. I love that attitude. I've never been to Boston, but I would love to go. And this is a very Bostonian movie, even though it takes place in Manchester mostly.
And their accents are really good. The kid does not have a Bostonian accent in real life.
No, he doesn't. They do a good job of kind of, again, writing that line where it doesn't feel over the top. It doesn't feel like our Mark Wahlberg impression. It doesn't feel, it doesn't feel absurd. It's pretty grounded. This movie does a really great job of handling a death in the family, I feel like, because what a lot of the times kind of movies will forget and stuff is that you need to laugh, and the characters do laugh a lot while they're like in mourning, and that is absolutely a thing. So I like that it did that. It didn't take itself too seriously, but
it's a very serious movie.
Yes, it is. It's a serious movie, but it has some really nice light moments in it. But my gosh, like when the serious stuff comes, it hurts. Like there is some sad things that happen in this movie.
Yes.
But it's really well done.
It's so good.
Yeah. That's so funny that we both put it in the same spot.
Yeah. I was like, oh, it fit just perfectly at number 5. I'm like, this movie can't not be in my top 5.
Yeah. Oh, Michelle Williams. Michelle
Williams is great.
So good. So good. Her first scene, her character is sick, and I couldn't even recognize her. I was like, oh, that's her. And then, but she has a moment towards the end of the movie that could earn her an Oscar. Her and Casey Affleck have a really interesting dynamic. It's very different. I really liked it.
It's just a really solid movie.
Yeah.
You don't need any big action scenes or a giant climax. You just need interesting people in interesting situations that
have
talk
interesting things
interestingly.
yeah, exactly. That's our number 5.